guys, welcome back to the Molly Mama. If you haven't already, please like and please subscribe. Also, I'm standing up because where I have my camera is like the best lighting in the house, and you can also see the Christmas tree. So we're just gonna stand up and do this today, even though I really want to sit down. But anyways, I'm so excited to show you guys the big news and announcement, but I have a small clip that's really gonna tell you what it is. So I'm gonna let you guys watch that, and also in the clips, there's some other things in there from a little while ago. It'll make sense when you see the clip. So please enjoy. I am probably 6 weeks pregnant right now. And this little guy is gonna be a big brother. But with Noah, like when morning sickness wise, I was like a little nauseous sometimes and I would be like gaggy. But today I'm like really feeling it and I'm like trying so hard. Like it's like in the base of my throat almost, just like sitting there. And another thing I've been having is like insomnia. Like I have not been sleeping. And that's been really hard, and now my like left eye is twitching because I haven't been sleeping, because when you don't sleep, your eyes twitch. So I think it's just been a struggle, but I'm really excited to go to my appointment, which is going to be in like 3 weeks, and I'm just really hopeful that everything's going to check out. Because me and the hubby are going to Disney, and so it'll be good to like see the heartbeat before we go to Disney. So that's the update for right now. Hey guys, so this is a pregnancy update, which you guys will not see for a while on my YouTube channel because it's going to be a surprise. But the pregnancy side of going on vacation, you get tired really easily, you're hungry all the time, you're nauseous all the time, and I've been having these like chest pains every day when we go to the parks. So it's been a little rough. I also can't ride a lot of the roller coasters, so there's things that I can't ride. Like even talking right now, I'm like out of breath. But so it's been a little tricky being pregnant and going to Disney World, but you can still have like so much fun. I've still had a great time. There's still a lot of rides you can ride. You just have to be really cautious. And I'm only like 7 weeks right now, so baby's still really tiny, but the first trimester, you're just nauseous and dizzy, and it can be difficult, but I'm just so happy to be pregnant that I don't care. But yeah, that's just been the pregnancy side of this trip so far. Okay guys, so if you saw the clip, you know that I am pregnant. I am so excited. So this is actually my 3rd pregnancy, and I will explain a little bit about that. So with Noah, when I got pregnant, everything seemed normal until I went in for my 20-week ultrasound and I found out I had a low-lying placenta. Basically, the placenta is supposed to be like up here, like in the top, but mine was like down here. It wasn't all the way covering my cervix, but it was like up here, which ended up causing me to have a lot of bleeding. And the doctors didn't really tell me. They're like, oh, it's just gonna move up, it'll be fine. So I really wasn't prepared. I really didn't know what I was going into and what I was going to be expecting. But at 27 weeks, I had a major bleed. I was passing very large clots, like the size of golf balls. Also, y'all, I'm so out of breath. That's just like part of being pregnant. I don't know what it is, but if I sound like I'm like gasping for air, it's just my normal life now. But it was really scary. We thought we were gonna have to deliver him at 27 weeks at the hospital. And I ended up being in the hospital for 3 days for that time. So after that, I actually did get to go home because my bleeding did stop, and I was basically on bed rest for that point. Then we also found out that the umbilical cord was under his head, which is very dangerous if you deliver that way, because if the cord comes out, it cuts off their circulation, and it's really bad. So I was scared of that, and also I still was bleeding little bits here and there. So at 34 weeks, I woke up with another massive bleed. This one was more crazy than the one at 27 weeks. I was gushing blood and it wasn't stopping. It was extremely scary. I was scared for me. I was scared for Noah. I honestly didn't know if I was going to come out of this with a baby. It was very scary for me and my husband. So I ended up basically having a placental abruption, which is where the placenta basically detaches from the wall before you deliver the baby. And also the cord was still under his head and I was having contractions. So all of this built up. I had an emergency ambulance ride to the hospital, and then I ended up having an emergency C-section, which was a very terrifying experience. I might go more into that another time, but it was scary. But thankfully Noah ended up being okay. He was born at 34 weeks. He was 5 pounds 5 ounces, but he didn't need to stay in the NICU. It's honestly a miracle in itself. I think the reason for that was because when I was 27 weeks, I got shots in both my hips, and that was actually for Noah's lungs, because lungs are the last thing that usually develops within a baby. So that was my first pregnancy. It was a lot. It was scary. I also had really bad back pain, and a lot of different just things going on, and anxiety. I already have anxiety, so it was very stressful. But he ended up being a preemie, but then he grew, and now he's like 95th percentile for height and weight, and you guys know he's so big and so cute, and I'm obsessed with him. But anyways, after that, so I had Noah, and then I actually got pregnant this past summer. So I believe it was June, and yeah, I got pregnant. I was super excited. It was super fast. My baby was only like 8-9 months old, and I was like, oh my gosh, like they're gonna be so close together. But I was so excited. But I can't really explain it, you guys. I just had a very like sinking feeling when I got pregnant. I was like, something's wrong, and I started spotting, which spotting can be very normal in pregnancy, but it also can indicate a miscarriage. In my case, it was indicating a miscarriage, and I and my body knew that, but I was scared to admit that to myself. And once I started spotting, it only took about 3 days for the miscarriage to actually happen. Excuse me. And I was actually on vacation with my family, and it happened at the beach in Florida. And it was very hard. It's hard for me to talk about this even, but it was very emotional and hard for me and my husband to go through. And it's something, a grief that I never wanted to go through, but that baby is always in my heart. So that was my second pregnancy. So when I got pregnant the third time, which is why this baby is called a rainbow baby, because that title is after you've had a miscarriage and then the next baby is successful. I just didn't want to tell anyone about it for a while because I was so anxious and scared I was going to lose this baby. The percentages of you having a healthy baby after miscarriage, though, is like so high. So I was really excited and thankful for that. And everything right now is going great. I'm almost 16 weeks and everything looks healthy. Everything looks good, which is why I'm telling you guys I'm so excited. Obviously, things can still happen, which is where my anxiety comes in, because things can still happen. And also, sorry if I'm talking fast. There's a lot I wanted to share with you guys. But basically, I'm so thankful for this baby. I'm so excited, and I'm definitely going to show bump photos and things like that going forward, and I'll update you guys because there's a lot of things about feedback versus another C-section. My C-section right now was like less than a year ago, or about a year ago, actually. So we will see exactly how that goes, but right now I'm just thankful for a healthy pregnancy, and I feel pretty good. I've been a little nauseous. You'll see in those clips that you already watched, I was feeling some nausea, and it was hard at Disney a little bit, but I'm doing really good as of right now.